What happens if you're buying or even selling a home and the earnest money deposit from the buyer is not turned in the prescribed amount of time per the contract? Do you still have a valid contract? Well, many people, including agents, believe that the contract is dead if the earnest money is not turned in. Well, that's just not the case. The buyer is simply in default, but you still have a valid contract. Section 6 of the Georgia contract addresses that situation, and it says that the holder of the earnest money will give notice to the buyer and the seller if it's not turned in on time. And then the buyer will have 3 banking days from then to turn the money in. And if it's not turned in by then the seller has an additional 7 days where they can terminate that contract if they want to. If they don't terminate it within those 7 days, then they've waived their right to terminate the contract just based on that default alone. And so the contract will just continue on to closing without any earnest money deposited if the buyer never turns it in. So what would you do if you were the seller and your buyer never submitted their earnest money? Would you terminate the contract? And if you're the buyer, don't be that guy. Do what the contract says. Get your earnest money turned in.